go to the session directly. So today we'll discuss few important things about our daily routine and seasonal routine. Nowadays, we all know that it is becoming very difficult to follow a proper routine. And if the routine is not proper, if it is getting disturbed, many things we plan to do, many things we hope to achieve, many goals, both personal goals and career goals, family goals, all these things which are very important, they take a back step because of our disturbed daily routine. So it's of utmost importance to plan our daily routine properly, because if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. So planning our daily routine is very important. And in our holistic human health course, we have discussed about a few things as far as the routine is concerned. So as I've told you already, daily routine includes from waking up till going sleep, the whole day, whatever we do, if we can do it in a systematic way, with a proper plan, with a proper understanding of our own body, then it will be very effective. Similarly, if we can plan a seasonal routine according to different seasons and their influence on our own body, then also it will be very effective. This will help us in increasing our productivity, keeping our mind peaceful, and also they'll help us in staying healthy, both physically and mentally. So let us just go deep into this. So you might have observed in your own daily routine that some days, like day is like smooth sailing. Whatever is planned, it happens so naturally without any glitches. And sometimes it is mostly creating resistance. We plan of doing so many things, but it becomes so difficult to complete even the smallest of the small tasks. So why is this happening like this? What can we do to ensure that majority of our days it is always smooth sailing and not swimming upstream? If we observe our schedule, we can see that there are so many activities which can be planned in such a way that they are in sync with our natural cycles, solar cycle, lunar cycle, Earth's cycle. That way we can harness the energy of nature and we can go along with the nature. It will be like cakewalk, very easy to complete everything which we have planned, if our daily routine is in sync with natural cycles. But if we are swimming upstream against the rhythm of nature, if you are planning a daily routine in such a way that is not conducive to what is the right way to happen inside our body, inside our mind, according to the influence of various natural cycles on our mind and body, if that is not happening, then we will be swimming upstream. So for this, we need to understand circadian rhythm. We all know that there is a lot of influence of various external environmental factors on our own body. So internal environment, all the organs and organ systems, they work in a specific pattern and their activity is always in sync with external environment. Then health will be maintained. So both internal environment and external environment, both should be in sync. So saying goes like this: as is the microcosm, so is the macrocosm. So the world which we see around us contains five basic elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Same five basic elements are also present inside our own body. So if there is a synchronization between internal environment and external environment, health will be ensured. So a routine planned on the basis of universal health principles, which help us synchronize our daily routine and seasonal routine with the earth cycle, lunar cycle, solar cycle, and all the natural cycles, then we will always be healthy. So this healthy circadian rhythm is a biological clock which is in sync with the nature. If it is maintained, this will help our human body stay healthy and disease free. So how do we achieve this perfect circadian rhythm? So as I've told you, circadian rhythm is the body clock. So these rhythms are actually internally driven cycles. They get regulated by various physical, this circadian rhythm actually regulates various physical, physiological, biochemical processes happening inside our body. So these processes, if they take place in a certain point of time, which is in sync with nature's cycle, then we will be always healthy. And this cycle, this 24-hour cycle, every day it resets itself. Even if we are not, following a right routine, it tries to reset itself. Suddenly we go from here to America, US, United States. Suddenly your circadian rhythm gets disturbed. But again, body tries to reset itself so that you will adjust to the new time zone, and whatever happening inside your body will happen according to the influence of the environment there. So they get reset, and the reset mechanism is built in. But these cycles, the biological clock which is there inside the body, can be stimulated and trained from external cues. Means if your cycle is bad, your biological clock is disturbed, over a period of time it got completely disturbed, then we can stimulate it, we can train it, we can give it some cues, and these cues are called Zeitgebers. Zeitgebers, which will help the body to adjust its own biological clock. So what are these Zeitgebers? The strongest Zeitgeber is light. So when the light falls on our eye, immediately these photons get converted into electromagnetic signals, and they stimulate so many processes inside our body, and everything happens accordingly if this light falls on our eye in a right time. Suppose this light is entering our eye very late, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you're getting up late, and then this cycle starts, then everything gets postponed. There are so many other cues like eating, sleeping, social interaction, temperature, external temperature, seasons, physical activity. There are so many examples of cues which can stimulate and which can alter the schedule inside the body. So many things happen according to their own needs of the body. For example, digestive enzymes get produced when the sun is high above the sky, like the noon time. That is the time when your digestive capacity is strongest. Similarly, before the sun rises, there are so many activities which happen, like excretion happens properly, the bowel movements happen very nicely. And during the sleep, after we sleep, so many activities happen, like regeneration of the body, rejuvenation of each and every cell of the body, revitalization of the mind, repair of the old cells. All these things happen during the night time. So for every activity there is a fixed time, which is the best time. Of course these activities can be postponed, can be preponed if your Zeitgebers are altered, like light, the time when the light enters your eyes, when you eat, the time when you eat, the time when you sleep. All these things can influence, can change this biological clock. Sometimes external sources in our modern environment, like artificial light, it can wrongly train and disturb our circadian rhythm. So what's happening and what should happen properly? Let us try to understand this here. You know, what happens if circadian rhythm is healthy? What happens if circadian rhythm is disturbed? This we need to understand. As I've told you, there are cues or Zeitgebers which influence the biological clock, and if this clock is in sync, ours our biological clock is in sync with external nature, and accordingly we plan our routine, we will be healthy, our rhythm is in line with the earth's rotation, we maximize our health, our mental alertness increases, our immunity will become very strong, physically we become very strong, mentally we became completely aware of what's happening inside our mind becomes very strong, focused, with undivided attention at whatever task we are doing. So that is the advantage of having a right biological clock, perfect biological clock. But if this clock is out of sync, it is not in sync with external nature, both the internal environment and external environment are not in synchronization with each other, then there will be disease, there will be imbalance. So whenever there is a disturbance in circadian rhythm, you will see so many diseases, disorders, mood disorders, depression, bipolar disorder. These are all psychological disturbances, and physical problems like heart disease, obesity, Alzheimer's disease, epilepsy, Parkinson's disease, cancer. All such problems can appear, can disturb your health, can make you unhealthy, unhealthy, just by having a bad routine. So it's very important for us to take care of our own daily routine. So let us understand the mechanism of this circadian rhythm. As I've told you, the circadian rhythm is called the body's master clock. There is a body's master clock, and we call it a small part in the brain called suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN. And this is there in the hypothalamus of our brain. So whenever light enters our eyes in the morning time, after we wake up, light enters our eyes. These photons, they get converted into electrical signals, and they reach this suprachiasmatic nucleus through the neurons. So this SCN or suprachiasmatic nucleus, or the body's master clock, immediately after getting the signal that this person is awake, light is entering his eyes, immediately it sends the signals to other cells in the body, and all the body parts, they get adjusted and they are ready. Now it will tell everyone, now ready, see, this guy is awake, now it's time for us to start working. Okay, stomach, you start working. Heart is anyway always active. Pancreas, you start working. Liver, you start working. Thyroid, you start working. each and every organ starts working after it gets the cue from this suprachiasmatic nucleus. Suppose you are getting up late, this light is entering your eyes late, so the whole process gets delayed, and this outer solar cycle, lunar cycle, they will not get delayed, they are always accurate, they happen in time. So there is a gap between the external environment and internal environment, and that causes disease. So if you get up early in the morning before sunrise, and the moment sun rises, immediately the light enters your eyes, and that stimulates the suprachiasmatic nucleus, and everything will fall in place. Everything will happen inside your body in each and every cell as it is supposed to happen. So these are certain activities which we do, and here is the way in which they happen if the circadian rhythm is right. So if you are waking up before 6 a.m., before sunrise you are getting up, then the detoxification process will happen very smoothly without any difficulty. And your stomach gets empty, and all the enzymatic activity will start as soon as the sun rises. So you are ready to have some breakfast because you got up early, you have removed all the toxins from the body, and your enzymatic production started early, and you can break your fast. And some people break their fast with some simple milk or fruits, and they have very good meal between 10 to 12 or 10 to 1 in between. That is a time when sun rises and shines very bright. That is a time when our digestive fire is very strong. At that time, if you can have food, that is the easiest way to digest heaviest food. And after 2, it is a time for absorption and assimilation. Unfortunately, many people eat the food during this time. This time is not a time for the body to do some work on digestion. It is the time to absorb already digested food, assimilate it, into each and every cell of the body. Unfortunately, even in some major offices, banks, and all those things, workplaces, the lunch time is after 2, which is horrible. We are not, even people who want to eat in time, they can't eat in time because we are forcing them to eat in the wrong time. So it is always important for us to eat between 10 to 1 when the sun is bright. And that is the time when we have to eat the largest meal. Then after 6, if you can have a light meal. Previously, our ancestors, they used to have their dinner even before the sun set, when the digestive strength is still strong. Once the sun sets, the digestive enzymes will not be produced in the right way. So you should not have food very late because body will not be able to process it properly. So digestion is digestive strength will become less after sunset. So having light dinner as early as possible is the key to good health. Then by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, this hormone called melatonin will get secreted, which will stimulate, which will produce sleep. And if you can sleep before 10, then 10 to 12, 10 to 2, actually, this is the time when the body will repair itself, remove the toxins, regenerate each and every cell of the body, recharge the body's battery. So this is the time. But unfortunately, this 10 to 2 time, which is very important for our rejuvenation, revitalization, that is the time most of the people spend before computer or TV or parties or anything like that. So you expose your body to artificial light, which is not good. That is the time when you should be in a dark and completely relaxed environment without any kind of stimulation. You should go into deep sleep. That is a time which will help you recharge your battery, and it will help you get ready for the next day. So these are few examples. So as I was telling you about this hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is a wonderful hormone. It gets produced by this pineal gland. It is called sleep hormone. So pineal gland is a primary component in the sleep wake cycle. And this hormone circulates throughout the body. And this hormone can train and alter the circadian rhythm. If it is produced in sufficient quantity in the right time, it will ensure that each and every activity of every organ happens in the right time. And it gets secreted at low levels in dim light, generally 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then by 10 o'clock, secretion increases, and by 12 o'clock, it will be at peak. So that is the time when the magic happens. That is the time when you are just submitting yourself every day, brand new service. Like you give your vehicle for service in the service center. Every day your body gets serviced. Every day it gets rejuvenated. It becomes new. It gets replenished with energy. And everything is under the control of this hormone called melatonin. Unfortunately, if you expose your body to artificial light for a longer duration, the secretion of melatonin will decrease like anything. If you just expose your body to artificial light for 1 hour in the night time, more than 50% of melatonin production will be reduced, which will cause a lot of harm in the longer run. This melatonin is being prescribed by many doctors as a very safe medicine, particularly for people who have problems, health problems due to altered circadian rhythm. So you purchase this melatonin from the medical shop or even online, which actually gets produced free of cost in your own body. All you have to do is switch off your light. Melatonin gets produced automatically. Otherwise, if you just keep your light on, you are not allowing the body to secrete melatonin, and gradually so many disturbances will happen. So it's very important for us to understand that a healthy lifestyle is important to maintain a healthy circadian rhythm. These traditional health practices like early to bed, early waking up, all these things, sleep hygiene, practicing meditation, particularly before sleep, and morning time doing some nice exercise, physical activity, and practicing daily cleansing, which we have discussed previously. All these things will help us maintain a healthy circadian rhythm. We need to observe these energy levels shifting throughout the day. You will easily observe when your energy levels are at peak, when your body is demanding for rest, and what's happening to these energy levels if your circadian rhythm is disturbed, your sleep wake cycle is disturbed. All you have to do is be aware of what's happening into your body. Just be aware. With regular practice, with more mental alertness in the morning, you need to observe your body and that will give a lot of strength to your both your mind and body. You will become more alert, more focused. You will achieve bigger goals in a lesser time period. So it's very important for us to understand that our daily schedule should match the daily rhythms of this nature cycle, earth cycle, solar cycle, lunar cycle. And this will lead to greater productivity and improved motivation. So as I was telling you, circadian rhythm refers to biological changes in our human body, and they recur every 24-hour cycles. These daily rhythms arise from a timekeeping system within our body. This timekeeping system or biological clock, it allows the organism, not just human beings, all the organisms, to anticipate and prepare for the changes in physical environment. Whenever there will be like, now it will become too hot, what should I do to protect our body? Now it become too cold, what should I do? So all the changes in the physical environment associated with day and night, for that the body will become ready. It ensures that the body will do the right thing at the right time of the day. That is what circadian rhythm does. If our daily routine is planned on the basis of our circadian rhythm, we can ensure harmony and balance between internal and external environments. So for this, I think the first step can be waking up early in the morning, because early morning is a time when the environment is quiet, calm, pleasant. It shows its impact on our body and mind in a positive way. And the morning routine is a conscious effort to take charge of all the activities which are very important to maintain overall health. If you are getting up late, you are sleeping late, so it will have an opposite effect of well-being. So it's very important for us to rise early and sleep early. And the ideal time to wake up is called Brahmi Muhurta in our Indian tradition. Brahmi Muhurta is 48 minutes before sunrise, 96 minutes to 48 minutes before sunrise. Previously, our ancestors have divided the day into 30 muhurtas. Each muhurta is 48 minutes. From today's sunrise to tomorrow's sunrise, we have 30 muhurtas. So 29th muhurta of any day, which is 96 minutes to 48 minutes before sunrise, that is the Brahmi Muhurta. That is the ideal time to wake up. A lot of research happened on this particular aspect. In Ayurveda, they say that this time is a sacred time when all the aspects of body, mind, and senses are in their best, with essential environmental factors to engage in daily regimens without any perturbation to preserve and promote our positive health. It will be easy to promote our positive health. Waking up before sunrise helps in easy evacuation of natural urges. And it is a suitable time for the study, as environment will be helpful in better concentration, better memory. Anything which you want to do with your mind, you want to write a book, you want to prepare for a project, you want to read, you want to prepare for exams, anything which involves a lot of creativity, a lot of mental work, this is the best time to do before sunrise. That is the best time to focus, concentrate, and do great things. And it is also the best time to start practices which can enhance our mental power. Early morning time is the best time to plan the entire day to utilize our capabilities at an optimum level. So for planning our day also, this is the best time. And rising before sunrise makes the person active for the whole day, because it synchronizes our circadian rhythm, which has a direct influence on the performance of an individual across the day. And study also shows, so whatever I'm quoting with some solid scientific research. Slide is also carrying the scientific papers in which these facts are published. Study shows that early rising children are more active than late risers. So if you are rising early in the morning, the early morning light synchronizes the circadian cycle of the biological clock with 24-hour cycle of the earth, which is naturally longer than 24 hours in most human beings. So if this time cue of the sunlight, the early morning light, is not there, our daily rhythms are, they act abnormally, they cause tiredness, impaired alertness, decreased performance, increased disorientation, physical problems like gastrointestinal problem, loss of appetite, and wrong timing of elimination of waste, defecation, and excretion. So all these things can happen if you are not waking up early in the morning. So this is a basic foundation for anyone to correct the disturbed biological clock. So if we have any questions, we can take questions on this particular aspect of circadian rhythm. Anyone who, Srilata ji, yes, please go ahead. Please unmute your mic and you can ask questions. You don't have mic? Yeah, now you can unmute your mic, Srilata ji.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Very interesting topic, sir. Circadian rhythm. In this holistic health programs only, I came to know about that. And nowadays, job opportunities are in back office processing or BPO, this thing.
Yes.
So this thing is very remunerative and attractive, this thing. And it definitely will affect the circadian rhythm.
Yes.
Students are opting for such type of, they will be working for US timing or Britain timing like that. So that means permanently they have to undergo this change, or they'll be prone to this type of disturbances.
Yeah,
what are the options? Because nowadays trends are like this.
Yes. So they will be prone to many health disturbances. And in my practice, so many people come to me in their late 20s with so many difficult diseases. And particularly in women, we see particularly unmarried women, lot of hormonal imbalances, cysts in their ovaries, polycystic ovarian disease, PCOS, PCOD, and irregular menstrual cycles.
That has become very common, that hypothyroid, hyperthyroid, PCOD.
Yes.
Every other person is getting prone to. Where we are heading, I don't know.
And after marriage, they complain that they are unable to conceive.
Yes.
They are making rounds around this.
This is the big challenge nowadays among the young couple.
Yes. And it's not just the problem of women. Men, they face so many difficulties nowadays, so many autoimmune disorders like psoriasis, ankylosing spondylitis, vasculitis, so many problems where our own immune system is attacking our own body, causing so many disturbances. All these things are happening just because their daily routine is bad. So what I suggest, they ask me, what should I do? So we treat them, we give them some relief. We correct the disturbances inside the body, but we tell them that if you continue this routine, you are bound to get this again and again. And all you have to do
possible to change the routine if they are into that. And will it be set right with medicines, or they have to leave the job? What is the option?
Yeah, they have to find an alternative job which allows them to work between 9 to 5 and allows them to spend some quality time with their family after coming back from work. And even if the salary is less, even if they get paid less, they will be saving on huge medical expenses, and their efficiency will increase by sleeping in time, getting up in time, doing some activity, spending good time,
So
quality
again,
time with family.
again, this thing proposals will be going to the physical facility or the understanding the responsibility towards the body.
Obviously, ultimately, it goes back to universal human values, where
Yes,
you need to
yes, yes.
understand that
Right
we need,
understanding what is priority.
ultimately that is the thing. So as
Thank
long
you.
as we are only concerned with physical facilities, and if we think
Salaries,
it's
physical
okay to
facility,
sacrifice the body's health,
heavy price need to be paid.
yes, 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 very true.
Sir,
Thank
can I
you.
talk?
Yes, yes, Rutuji. Yes,
Sir, it's a very excellent section and presentation by you is very nice. I appreciate it. I am also into it. My question is that, now as ma'am, Srilata ma'am said, see, this is a common discussion and problem with these young couples. But sir, now everything is going so costly and everybody needs to work at home, and the competition is there, high salary. Even though if they change the job, then also there is problem. So how we will tackle such problems? Competition is there. We will convince, I will mentor, counsel, everything I will do.
yes,
And just to make a good harmony and good relationship, right understanding, everything I will make them do that. But
yes,
again, then they will ask me, मैम पैसे तो कम मिल रहे हैं, अभी क्या करें, सब कुछ तो महंगा है.
yes. But health is much costlier, no, madam.
Yes, sir.
Nowadays, people who died of corona are
Yes.
those people whose immune system is very weak, particularly young people who died. Majority of them are those people whose daily schedule is haphazard, sometimes night duty, sometimes day duty. The whole circadian rhythm is messed up. Those people have very less immunity, and for little more salary, they are, what cost are they paying?
Yes.
So
So
this is,
they have to compromise with the health.
yeah.
Health has to be given priority.
Yes. Human body is designed in such a way that it will work for 100 years without any problem if we take good care of this body.
Yes, sir. I have met people who are 147-year-old. I have met people.
Yes,
With my own naked eyes, I have seen them.
yes,
Yesterday, I was attending one meeting. In that meeting also, somebody asked me, ma'am, what is your age? How you are maintaining yourself, you tell me. Then I said, see, I get up early, I sleep early, and my diet is fixed, timings are fixed. If it is getting late, I will not eat. So I will take care of myself. In my bag, I've got my lunch. You don't worry about my lunch. Okay?
yes,
So I will go out for 10 minutes. I will have my lunch and come back.
yes.
I'm here joining with you in the meeting. So please bear with me. That is a मतलब health का राज है वो, है ना?
Very true. Very true.
Secret. Health का straight secret है वो. You
Yes,
have to go early.
that is that it should not be secret anymore. Everyone should understand. It's not like, see, the problem is people have this information, but they don't have this understanding.
They don't follow.
They
They don't.
know that it is good to sleep early, get up early. They know, they have the information right from the school time. People know, we study in our textbooks also,
Yes, sir.
but they need to have this first hand information. They need to understand, they need to experience the joy of following a healthy routine. How happy you will be if everything falls into place in the right time. Everything happens without any effort. The moment you lie down on your bed, instantly you sleep. And the moment you listen to the alarm, instantly you jump out of your bed and do some really good activity early in the morning before sun rises. And then you do some physical activity,
We are
spend
so
some
used
quality
to without alarm, we get up without alarm. And
time.
afternoon, I was attending conference, I was participating, and I had a research paper to present. That resource person asked me some question. So I said, sir, from childhood times we have been learning do unto others as you would do to yourself.
Yes.
So he's saying, how do you know all this? I said, of course, I'm a human being. I know all these things. I have studied, gone to school, not behind the school. So he was really laughing, and he was talking about all universal human values. And
Yes.
he was Rotarian. I
Yes.
am also Rotarian. I also attend universal human values. So
Yes.
we both shared each other. So he was very happy to meet me online. He
Yes.
was from Bangalore. Then he asked me from where you are. I said, I'm from Pune. So and he was very happy to meet me on
Yes.
online in conference, international conference.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice. So nice to hear, Ruby Chatwalji.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Rupalim Padgiriji. Yeah, please.
Ha, Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste.
Um, I was wondering, like, my husband, he's now at 55, and he is working in a PSU, and he heads his department. His schedule, like earlier, we used to listen to music like early morning, like bhajan or classical music, morning ragas and all. But nowadays his schedule is like 5:45. They have conference call,
Oh,
and the ED would keep shouting at somebody or other. The conference call, like having so many departments together, and then he hardly gets that, like gets to sleep properly. He can't even get up and like go for a walk or something, and because of the conference call. After that he has to get up, and from 8 he will have to start his work at office like 8:30, and he comes back every day. He comes back 10 to 10:30. And
oh,
at this stage it is not even possible, like at early stage, like we were talking about students taking up jobs, like which have a good schedule even if there is less money. But at his stage, at my husband's stage, he can't even change a job like at this time, because our children are not yet like settled properly. Once education, like their education is not complete. Both are in college. One is completed graduation, the other is just entered college. So at this stage he can't even leave a job or change suddenly, because he has got this position, and then after 5.5 years it's retirement time. So how will it be possible? It is so unhealthy. We know it's not only for the body, for our relationship also. We hardly get time to talk.
yes.
So what's like at the policy level, can there be something like like in future? I'm just hoping if UHV picks up and then it goes to policy level, that people should not be allowed to work beyond the regular working hours. I think in the US and all, it's like here in India, it's like considered that okay, the longer hours you work, you are seen as a better person. Of course, for my husband, there is no other option. He's not doing it out of choice. But generally, it is believed that like somebody is working beyond time means he's working harder, and promotion and all these things, like it's there. But in the US, I have heard that they would not work beyond the working fixed working hours. They would enjoy with the family and all. So in India, why is it happening? Like there is no, this is PSU. My husband works in a steel plant, and since 5:45 to 10:30, 10:15 suppose, or 10 o'clock he leaves office, a person is kept in that setup. Like it is so very unhealthy, so very unfair. It seems my daughter says it's a human rights violation.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's human. It's she's absolutely right. It is
yeah,
a
and maybe looking at,
criminal this thing actually.
yeah. So looking at him only, maybe like his kind of work, like they have seen this plant life so hectic, and like there is no breathing space here. So maybe she is going very easy way. Like just after graduation, she has started working, which is very flexible, working from home only during pandemic, and it is very like only 2 to 3 hours creative work she has to give time. And she's enjoying her life in Goa, near the sea beach, near a natural setup. She has kept 2 pets, and she is going very slow. So others believe that, oh, she was so brilliant, she should have gone to IIT. Actually, she got into IIT. She didn't opt for engineering. Then she also got in analyst Bangalore. She didn't opt for that. She did only graduation in philosophy from Lady Shriram College from Delhi University. So everyone thought that she would be under IAS or something, but she's just doing some work with a magazine. And she said that I'm getting very less, I know, but my मेरे requirements पूरे हो जाते हैं, आप चिंता मत कीजिए. So in a way, she's doing the right thing. Actually, she's focusing on happiness with very minimum physical facility. So what can be done, like with this kind of, like my husband's condition, or so many here, thousands and thousands people are living in that condition.
I
So
do
it
agree.
can change only at the policy level, maybe.
Yes, I
Yeah.
definitely agree that at the policy level, we need a lot of change. As I've told you earlier, the many banks, they give a lunch break at 2 p.m., which is wrong. Actually, that is not the right time to have food. And
Hmm.
this is something which every one of us, we need to understand as a collectively as a society. We need to feel the need for doing things in the right time, and at the policy level also they should change, and at a personal level also you can
Yes.
discuss with your husband,
Hmm.
discuss with him, and just agree that this is not the right thing to do, and where we can improve upon. Like, for example, he is making a video call or conference call early in the morning, then along with the video calls, can he just simply do some deep breathing? Can he be more aware of what's happening inside his mind? Can he be detached, not so attached to the work, and can he do things with detachment? Can he take breaks regularly every 1 hour, just sit for 2 minutes wherever he is, practice some deep breathing? Can he try to have food at least in time, you know uh,
Hmm.
breakfast in time, lunch in time, and that too with a complete peaceful mind? Many people, particularly people who eat at office, they eat with a lot of stress and tension. So just
Hmm.
before eating food, practice some deep breathing till the mind becomes relaxed, then have some food, and then after having food, relax for just 5 to 10 minutes, then again get back to work. So if he can do all these things with more awareness,
Hmm.
so he
Yeah.
is still no doing a lot of work, but still if he can do it with more awareness, whenever he sees that the body is not able to cope up with the work, he will try to relax it more with some deep breathing and simple small 2 minutes meditations, 3 minutes meditations and all. And he can replenish the body with right amount of water, right amount of vegetables and fruits and fruit juices, and slowly, once he becomes much detached and mentally becomes strong, maybe he can discuss with his superiors and cut down on some things which can be avoided, or somewhere he can say that this is the thing which I can do, and beyond this I cannot do. So at a personal level, we all should be more aware of what's happening in our mind, what's happening in our body, and establish the connection between body and mind. And whenever body rings an alarm, immediately the self should take the right decision and keep the body in a safe way, so that it will not get permanently damaged. And of course, we all should come together, and collectively we should work on policy change, so that this criminal offense of this, whatever your daughter calls violation of your human you
Human
know
rights.
human rights, this should not happen. This should not happen to so many people. So even there are labor laws for normal people doing physical activity. You should not give these more than 8 hours of work or something like that. For people who are using a lot of mental strength, mental energy, and you're
Hmm.
draining them completely from morning till night, it is a criminal offense. So we
Yes.
all should work on it. We all should think about it. Collectively, we should do something. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir. It's like, yeah, certain things I have been following. Like food, it's in the right time, and he never takes food outside. And morning, normally it is dahi chura and gur. That's what I give, and he also prefers instead of any oily stuff and all. So he takes always the breakfast at 8, and then lunch also I prepare at home, and he carries it. And in between, like maybe whenever he gets time, like the way you said that he should be detached. In a way, he is, I think, because he is not very hyper active. Yes, he has to stay there, like stay in office, but he is not a kind of person who would just work and work only for promotion and all. He's like not that like power hungry or something. So he takes it easy that way, that sometimes he listens to music also, like whenever possible. So that part is okay, but then long hours, that was unavoidable. But it's a very good suggestion from your side that yes, during the conference call, maybe sitting on the bed only, he can do some light stretching exercises or breathing exercises. That is a very good idea. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome.
Yeah, and regarding the circadian rhythm, like one thing, my daughter, like both my daughters, elder one already has started this kind of easygoing life, but not to say that she's following all the health habits that I follow, and they have seen me doing. She's gradually trying, but the younger one is still like saying no. Like some people are like night person and some are morning person. This kind of articles come in the internet, like I don't know, this is Western philosophy or whatever, I do not know, but then nowadays this is doing the round, that it is as kind of as an established fact. They say that some people's body is like that, that some are morning person, they love to get up early, and some are a night person. How scientific is that, sir? How
No, it
can
is
we
not.
refute
It
that?
is not at all scientific. And most of the research I have shown you, they are from Western countries only. So
Hmm.
the studies which show that early risers are more active than late risers. So these researchers are not Indian research papers. So lot of research happened in European countries where they have clearly established that people who are getting up early in the morning, they are much healthier both physically and mentally. And nowadays, if you see, without proper push from the parent side, almost all the kids are night owls.
Night owls. Like, sir, I am an early riser from my childhood, and since I belong to Assam, their sunrise is so early. So that 4 o'clock time, I haven't changed. Like now, I'm in Orissa for the last 26, 27 years. Then I studied in Delhi. Their sun used to rise even later. But then my time got fixed, and they have seen me always like I'm up early in the morning, like but then I could not inculcate that habit in them, because these youngsters life is decided by the mobile and the internet, and their whole community stays up late. So they like keep chatting or watching something or other, everything they find the night better. And there I'm really very unhappy, but I don't want to create a lot of earlier I used to fight over that thing also, but now I am trying my best not to push, not to force them.
But you can
Um,
encourage them to attend some nice workshops like Vipassana, or some in-house workshops where the schedule is like early in the morning they get up, and kids, when they experience this thing collectively with along with all other people, where there is no compulsion of reading and all, but they do so various nice activities after getting up early in the morning. Once they experience it for 10 days, 2 weeks, like that, then they will actually see that, see, I'm not a night owl person. I enjoy getting up early in the morning, and I actually do better if I get up early in the morning. This happens only if they do it in a place where everyone does that collectively.
yeah, their peer group, yeah, that matters a lot. If the peers do, then they also love to do, but the parents, they hardly want to follow. But at a later life, yeah, now the elder one, gradually she's trying to follow that, because with their pets she has like become responsible, so she has to take them out for walk and all, so it's coming to place. But then right now the second one, she is with that argument that not everybody is like that. Some people are like biologically they are late riser, so don't compare with you, that kind of thing. But I'm taking it easy with her, don't want to fight, because UHP has taught us
Yeah,
that
that's true. That's true.
she has to accept me as a
We
person
should
first.
not fight, but we should not stop trying. We should
Yeah,
try
that I'm
various
doing,
ways.
yeah. Gently nudging, yes. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Uh,
much. And now it is
uh,
8:30.
Doctor, can I speak?
Yes, Priya ji, yes.
Actually, I was thinking, my son, when from the childhood, he used to get up early. His body rhythm, he used to go by 9 and he used to get by 6. But no, now he started working. His whole cycle has changed. He's sleeping. Before he used to sleep by 10, when he was in the college, by 6, by 10, he used to go to sleep. And if he wants to study, he can't study beyond 10 o'clock. He will get up early morning and study. But now he started working. His working hours is at work at home, but he is like sleeping only by 12 o'clock and getting at 7. So that is I used to get up, because he used to, from childhood he used to get at 6. So my actually I had to get up at 6 because he used to. So that was we had never compelled him, but it was a cycle going. Even at night, if you take him out also, he'll sleep outside. By 9 he will sleep. That was a cycle, but now
You can
it
sit
has.
and discuss with him. Tell him, so basically your daily routine was so good while you were studying. Now because of the work, it has, it is disturbed, and these are the negative effects of waking up late. So what can we do? How can we plan in a better way? You can sit and discuss with him in different ways. You try to convince in a more creative way, maybe, because these kids, if they see the right explanation, they will easily try to change. They might need some push for changing, but they will easily see it if it is if we show them the right way. So let's try to do it.
Do it, okay. I'll also talk to him in a very calm way, and that will I can do, because but he was very as many parents tell, no, many kids sleep late, but he was totally the reverse. It was his, I think it was his biological. Might be the grandparents were like that, so I used to think he got, and never any single day I need to push him in the morning to get up for school. He used to get ready, go to the bus before 10-15 minutes and stand. So those, he was very punctual, but this is now I'm finding his job is in the daytime only, but I don't know what ma'am has told. No, peers might be chatting in the night, so that's I feel he's also awake. So, but I'll try to talk to him. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
So I think it's time now. We can.
Yeah. So thank you so much for participating.
Yeah, it was very nice session. It was really very nice, very useful. Even the sleep, your last sleep also, sleep disorders, everything was very nice. Today's session also was very nice. It will be actually really useful for the students also. So we'll definitely tell our students in the college.
Very nice. Yes. Okay. So we'll end the session.
Yeah.
Priyaji, just I want to add, like nowadays youngsters are going through a lot of mental health issues. They are very disturbed with their own conditions, but nobody maybe has drawn their attention to this kind of sleep and food issues, like junk food and sleep, the circadian cycle is disturbed. So if that can be established, maybe they would be convinced, because they themselves are very disturbed with their mental health conditions. Yeah, we can end. Yeah.
Very true. Okay.
Parikshit Bhaiya.
Thank you, Bhaiya, for the very informative session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Didi.
Thank
Again,
you.
happy New Year to all.
Yeah.
Namaste, everybody.